Well, we have a little list today. We will see that the lift is clear. The TR4 is back there. And see all that sunshine? It rained on me. Yeah, take out your convertible. Sun or not, it's going to rain. So we're going to move her. Bonnie's going over to the lift. And I'm going to get under her and do some things. And I got my little list of stuff here I got to do. And I want to do it. So I was showing somebody how this works. So I just watched Vice Grip Garage, and he had that Monte Carlo. Some of you that watch me, the few of you might have seen that thing. And he cranked up a car without checking the pressures, and he blew coolant all over his shop. He said, and all over the place. See, we don't do it that way here. We actually try to, not disparaging him in any way. Hey, you got to do it that way sometime. Let's see, I got the tranny fluid in it. I think we're going to be okay on tranny fluid. I might crank her up and let her sit here a little bit and do that. Let's see, I got to move the vacuum gauge thing. Yeah, that'll make brake solids. I got to... I'm going to pull a plug and look at it, but I was a little worried about the mixture gauge reading and then going like to OL. And I got to get some, I think I'm going to get some new hoses. And I got to fix up the wires in the dash. I got to fix that fuel gauge. And, I got internet cable problems. So here's my list. That's what we're going to do. And I want to get her up on the lift and drain out the block. So we're going to whip her up a little bit. Let's look at a plug. Let's do that first. See, antifreeze just doesn't always dry, does it? Okay, let's pull a plug. Well, they don't tell me much. I mean, it's hadn't run enough to really tell me anything. I do have, let's move this over there. And I do have an exhaust gas analysis tool. I may try this to tell me what's going on. I also have my Edelbrock Performance Series 1487 kit with different jets. Dang, I really thought she would show that she was running kind of rich. There's a couple of things in there that may help me. So let's see. Like, I've still got to put this in. That's why she's going to the lift and draining the block and just various other reasons. So I don't mind. Well, let's see. That's 2, 4, 6. I think that's 6, or I can't remember. Don't matter. So I would say that's got a good start on life there. Just put it back in and do a little bit of hose working and putting the water back in and stuff like that, and then I put the TR4 back over here and get her out of the rain and the direct sun. Take this over there too. So we're going to end up over there, I hope, in a minute. The bottom don't fall out. So I got all the hoses back on. I didn't tell you, but I drained all the water. It's amazing how much you get out of it by just pulling the lower hose. You end up, I don't know how much the block holds, but it can't be more than a couple of quarts. Because, I mean, it took, almost 3 gallons to top her up. So I blew out the heater core too, so I'll just do that again over there. And that'll be good because it'll help me clean the floor. I'll use this water to do that. So let's crank her up and see if I can get her over on the lift. And that will do several things. Get it out of here, I can clean the floor, see if the gearbox works, and get it over there so I can get under it, and I can show you some other stuff. The thing I ran into yesterday with whatever. I used to sing this song every day I walked to school. This very song, I sing it every single time, every day for a year. I don't know, you know how it is. Just get something in your head. It's good stuff. check, make sure she's lined up and ready. All right, she's lined up. Well, she went into drive just fine. I would have liked to have checked the transmission fluid, but I can do that later. I've gone to the trouble to go ahead and get her all legalized up here. So ooh, boy, she fills up the old wildfire, don't she? I guess I could slip through there. So we're getting ready to take her up. I got to go get the TR4 and put it around. Wow, what a sight. I'm going to send a picture of that to Mick. So, yeah, all the cobwebs blown out of it. So, yeah, I got her all legalified here. So, you didn't realize that we were in the Garden of the Gulf. So, we're all ready to hit the road. No danger of getting pulled over there. And if that tag doesn't work, I got another one. I got this one right there. And that plate was on it when I got it. 1964 Illinois tag. Or Illinois. Whew. It has been a very long time. I don't know if I'm going to send Mick a picture of the Bonneville on the lift or the Bonneville not here. So, some transmission fluid. I don't know what that's from. I'll have to look into. Is that transmission fluid? It looks like it. Could be power steering fluid. I don't know. Well, it'll sort itself out over here. Let's take a look under there. There's nothing pouring out of anything. So I don't know. Well, let's clean this up and get it out in the cornfield. Let's wish it out into the cornfield. Let's go get the TR4. Well, I'll tell you what. Let's clean. I was just going to pull TR4 and clean up, but I think I'd rather just clean this up and then get the TR4. And she's in the shade. It's not raining. Well, I cleaned her and swept her and did everything I could. She's all cleaned out. It's just an unbelievable sight. Perfect time of day to do it. Sun baking in on it and all that other stuff. It's not exactly lowering the humidity, but still needed to be done. So that is just beautiful. I cannot believe it. So I'm a lucky man having all this space, aren't I? And all that over there, I sometimes forget that. Try not to forget that in life. Just sometimes appreciate things. Boy, I didn't mind sweeping that up at all. I was so happy to do it. Well, let's get over to Bon Bon and see Beadsbaden hot. beads boding cold. And let's just get up under and see where the drips are, and we can get back over to this thing. She really is dying to start. She's just boom. She starts up a little bit too good, and I guess I could, you know, I don't know, just start it up and drive it. It's gonna be fine. I'd rather have oil pressure build up a little bit. You know, that cranking an engine a little bit and then making it kind of hard to start. There's nothing really wrong with that if you've got a good battery and all. Everything's good. A little bit of that because you get some oil pressure going. So that's just, you know, that's the way it goes. I'm thinking that maybe if I do a road trip part of a video, I'll get some subscribers. It's free. You can subscribe. Don't cost nothing. All I gotta do is hit the button. I sure would appreciate it. So let's do a road trip. And yeah, she's running so good. Oh, it ain't like getting in the Bonneville. Let's just see. Okay, we're all out of gear. We're all out of brake. All right, let's get. Oh, this one-handed in a straight drive is not great, is it? But you got to do it. There you go. Now, Sean, you got to put the gravel here, okay? I sure would appreciate it. It makes my traction control go off in my car all the time. This car don't got traction control. Oh, that reminds me, I got a big project coming on in this car. I'm glad that I drove it and talked about it. And there you are, folks. Let's just pull her on up there. And that ought to be fine. She don't run on no more. Let's take that. Okay. I got all that room behind me, so I can bring in my little tractor, and I think I'm going to leave the motorcycle where it is, side of the sun in the back of the shop. It's in the way, but at least the side of the sun. I had to bring her up some because she's so long in the back, I can't get to the ramps to get it out of there. So I think that's kind of funny. Yeah, she's 18 feet 3 inches or something like that. And there's nothing up there she's going to hit. So let's get to those block drains and I'll show you that transmission problem. And let's just look under her overall. I have a method for getting rid of cobwebs. I kind of don't want to tell you what it is, but you know, anyway, it's very dangerous, but it works. I learned that on that old Nash Metropolitan I did. Well, let's take her up once I get them ramps off. She's getting a little crowded over here. There is the actual Austin Healey original hardtop. And so that's as close as they've been together in a long time right there. So let's turn it that way a little bit for now. So that's the original headliner. I mean, I know it ain't much, but it is the original one. Okay, so let's go up and look underneath. The boy's kind of scary. She's a big old beast. Oh! Yeah, those still were hard to get out of there. Alright, that ought to be high enough. Let's take a look here. I need to get my web eliminator hanging here, don't I? I think I'll do that. Let me go do that, and then we'll see what's going on. Now, she's always leaked right there out of that transmission thing. I might tighten around on those, but that's sort of a waste of time. So let me do my elimination thing, and then, that was TR4 stuff the other day. I'm going to use this table because I'm going to try to catch the fluid that comes out of it. Ooh, what was that? I guess I spilled some powder coating there. I don't powder coat right there. Isn't that weird? It looks like powder coat. Alright, so I'll put this here. Oh, you know what those are? Those are cork washers for SU carburetors. Right around the gland area. Let me actually go around the jets. Let's see what's going on here. See, I got my homemade table, and we're going to pull all this off. Ooh. I'm haunted by these towels that have this guy's name on them. They just, everywhere I go, they seem to pop up in this. I think elves bring them in or something. So here's my little table, and I think I'll just, let's spread this out a little bit, and we'll put our catch pan here. And I want to get the web eliminator before I go under there. Let me get a hat on and get rid of this mess. Okay. I know, I don't look like much. You know why? Because it ain't. It's just enough. Okay. Let's see. What am I doing here? There we go. We are underneath. And let's move this thing. See, I'm not used to being able, or not used to leaving things there. Okay, so there's the drips that you get with this old thing, this old girl. There's no oil. Now let me show you here. This is the bracket that came apart on me the other day, or yesterday, whenever it was, I can't remember. So what had happened is, when I dropped the gearbox to do the motor and everything, this bracket right here came out of this pin, and so that's that mechanism right there. That right there is what you move when you change gears in the car, and this is what changes gears in the transmission. So I was just flopping around, and you'll see there's two bolts. Well, I can't see what's going on really, but I hope you can. There's one that's not there, and there's the other one I had to take off and take that bracket loose and put it back on there. So the other thing is, this is the right side of the motor now. Those are that was making the exhaust noise right there. I didn't have those real tight, kind of on purpose. This is the left side. And that one right there is a dog to get to. So there's that is. And so, so somewhere up in here, there it is right there. That's a block drain. So it drains right out onto the starter. Isn't that nice? Do you wish you'd have thought of that? This one's a lot easier to get to. Those are 7/16. So I'm going to drain her out, and none of the core plugs are leaking. There's no engine oil or anything. It's probably got 30 minutes on it now. And like Mick just said, if anything catastrophic was going to happen, you would think that it would happen in that zone. I probably need to, she probably needs shocks and a rebuild kit and all that other stuff. I need to at least check the suspension. Look at that. That's some new stuff there. That's a torsion bar thing. So let's drain. Ooh, I didn't realize that was happening. Let's try to get that hose. Well, it's leaking right there. I hate you missed the video on that thing, but that's got some O-rings. We're going to have to get those transmission lines off of that exhaust down right there. And it's also hitting. I think I can loosen these and just force them up. And I didn't know what I was doing. I was sort of out in the cold. So maybe I can just loosen these bolts here, these hose clamps, and force them back and get that off that. Glad I saw that. That's what you do this for. That's why we have a lift. There's a rag joint. I've changed those before. It looks like a piece of tire. If you ever get a chance to do that, try to avoid it at all costs. Fords, they all did that, but this one's in pretty good shape. I did one on Sean's 66 Ford. That was a real big video because people they don't like doing it. So there's something leaking there. Oh, you know what that is? That's the old oil from the original air conditioning, that's the expansion valve, that thing with the wire coming in. It's not really a wire, it's capillary too, but it looks like a wire. And that's what that is. Wow, it's been there a while. Okay, let's drain this thing and I'll show you what comes out of it. Then I'm going to have to call this a night. All right, so that's the lower inspection. And got to start with this one. And I believe I got a 7/16 flexed on a, wherever you put your stuff is where, yeah, there we are right there. That little tool right there will do it. Okay, let's see what we get here. Boy, that thing's hot. All right, let's just put it back where it belongs. Okay, so here's the receiver. I've already loosened the drain up here. I think I can reach in there with I forgot that I even could use this for this. Not used to having nice things. Okay, so I don't think I can get my hand in there. Oh, maybe I can. I've already got it kind of loose. Yeah, okay, there we go. You ready? Let's see how bad this is. Now I clean this pan, and just when you get it going, just let go with a little brass nut, and then there you go. And we'll see what that looks like here in a minute. You got to do both sides. Oh, now look at that. It happens every time, doesn't it? No matter what you do, it does that. That's okay. Like I said, I'll just use that to clean the floor. Yeah, I can tell that's kind of brown already. Ugh. Let's just get a light on it. Now, you can do this at night after you warm it up a little bit. Stir up the muck, and then you can't put water in it till in the morning. Like I said, I don't really care about that. So, okay, let's let that drain. We'll take a look at it and clean it, and when we do the other side will be a lot easier. So this is the technique. You got your little swivelly ball there. And wear a glove. It doesn't keep you from getting burned, but at least it gives you a fighting chance. All right, she's pretty mucky. Let's put you right here and try not to pull it off while I'm doing this thing. And let's just look. Let's pull this pan down. Oh, now I purposely did not drain anything out of the radiator because I wanted it to flush through here. Oh my gosh, that's heavy. Oh, still a little bit. My goodness. Let's look how filthy that is. So we'll have to do this several times. Well, let's get the other side. Whoa. Let's just let that keep dripping all around the starter. I rebuilt that starter. You can still do that. Whoa. We just can't have that. That's just going to have to be flushed. Now, I didn't put any cleaner in there because I didn't need to, because, it's not gunked up. It's just dirty from being in the tank. Let's see what the other side looks like. This is going so well, it's kind of scary. Alright, so I don't think that we're going to have a terrible deluge. Sorry. Did it to myself there, didn't I? So, we've got this loose right here. I think I'd do better with my other hand. Let's put this thing right there. I think most of the water flushed out of that side. So when I flush it tomorrow, here we go. I'll start on this side first. Okay. And she's spinning with my hands. There it goes. Oh, see, there you go. Oh, son of a dog. Well, I'm getting some of it there anyway. I gotta move this back some. I think my light can take a little splashing. Boy, she's coming out of there quicker than I thought she would, because I thought most of the tank was drained. No, you want to drain your block, do you? A little beer, a little time, a little watching that, you kind of get sort of, Okay, I got a feeling I'm going to be doing this a lot. Look at that. That's not good either. So it's a lot of it's out. So both sides are drained. Where's the plug? Well, I'll have to find the plug. Let's just go out there. I'll find it. I found the other one. We're going to wrap this thing up in just a minute and call this one done. Hey, let's put an amen on it. And, I about lifted my head up forgetting that I had moved those pans. So here are the two little plugs. Got them right there. I opened the front radiator, front lower hose, and I got that. So let's just use this light. See, I got that draining. Don't mess with them things unless you have to. There's nothing leaking out of transmission lines too. Okay, good. So let's look down in there. Yuck! So we're probably going to do that several times. And I'm just going to use just plain old tap water and keep flushing it out till that looks better. And let's just go on out here. And it's just rusty water. It's not going to hurt you. And that's what it looks like. It's just, I got to go in. It's dark anyway. And okay, so don't hurt nothing. So that's good. So, you know, if you don't clean this stuff out, you might wonder what this is about. Maybe I better put it in the title. I've got a real nice fancy water pump, and you got all that grit and sand in there, and rust particles and everything else. You're basically sandblasting your water pump. Your brand new Coolerator water pump will be basically just blown to bits. Flow cooler. So that's the story there. Well, fine. Give me a thumbs up. And be sure and subscribe. And if you do this, I just had a bunch of it run down my sleeve. If you're using coolant, you know, that stuff's real bad and dangerous, and antifreeze will actually cause renal failure. So don't let it stay on your skin any amount of time. And just don't, glycol stuff's bad. And I'll always recycle it and everything else. But right now, we're just doing water. Okay, and that's, if you're doing that, you're in pretty good shape. We'll let me go up there and hit the showers. I sure appreciate y'all watching. Subscribe, get your friends to subscribe. I'd appreciate it. And if I'm real lucky, who knows, I might make it to double figures before long. Well, there's a thing called outside where it's literally 20 degrees cooler. And that's what I got sunset-wise. Look at that pretty horseshoe boomerang-looking cloud. And there's those beautiful piles of gravel. Hopefully Sean will come tomorrow. Boy, it is so pleasant out here. Bye-bye, guys.